and off we go. Thank you for being here, everybody. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the very first May 2020 free art class with Scott Johnson and Carter Johnson.
Welcome.
I'm Scott. She's Carter. Hi, Carter. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Oh, look at her with her short hair. Isn't that cute? So for all the kids watching, doesn't matter how old or young you are, you're all kids to me. But Carter used to be your age, and it's weird seeing her on screen, having her and I teach together. Because when she was little, I used to teach with her. Or I used to teach her and kids in her age group. But now she's here.
Yeah, you used to come to my elementary school classes and do little art things.
I used to love doing that. That's kind of what we're going to do today.
It was the best.
Yeah, it was really fun. So that's what we're going to do today. We hope you guys are here to have some fun, because we're going to have some fun. And if you've got your paper, if you've got your pencils, if you got your stuff, we're going to get started pretty quick. We'll be able to show you both Carter and I drawing our examples together here on this screen. You'll get to see Carter on her own there, me on my own here. Oh, you can ignore. I need a white sheet here, and I'll just do that. And you'll be able to watch us do this. So just so everybody understands what we're doing, we're working with iPad Pros and the Apple Pencil, which is like a drawing pen. I'll show you what mine looks like. Where is it? Well, that'd be good to have for this. There it is. It looks like this, and Carter's got the exact same setup.
Yep.
And in fact, you can see what you're looking at there is what you're looking at here. So when I pinch and zoom, watch. Ooh, weird, right? So anyway, that's what we're working with today. But it doesn't matter what you're working with. If you have a pen or a pencil, if you have crayons, you have markers, it doesn't matter. We could be doing the same thing. It's just that the only way for us to show what we're doing, we have to do it this way, and that's why we're using these tools. So,
yep.
Let's get to it. Carter, anything else you want to say before we get started?
I don't think so. I'm ready.
I think I'm ready too. So we should probably just get drawn here.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do, guys. Just to keep things not confusing. Whoops, sorry. That's already confusing what I just did. We are going to start today's, I don't know if you want to call it a curriculum. What do they call it for little kids who are in class? Like when they say, and the teacher gets up and says, all right, class, this lesson, is that it? Just lesson? All right.
Yeah.
Today's lesson is going to be about how to create cool art from basic shapes. And when I say cool art, that can be just about anything that you want it to be, but today we're going to experiment around a little bit with animals. And I will give you an example of an animal that you could draw. Now, I like pigs, okay? I'm just going to tell you right now.
You really do like
I like pigs. Here's a picture of a pig. This is not a drawing of a pig, but I just put up on the screen. Carter, you can see that too, right?
Yeah.
I put up there a picture of a pig. And if somebody wanted to draw that pig, they could make a really serious pig. They could draw that pig just like they see that pig, and there's nothing wrong with that. However, as you know, a lot of you guys, depending on your age, here's a character you probably are familiar with. There's Peppa Pig, and that's a very different looking pig, right? So if you look at this pig versus that pig, very different pigs. But you still know that's supposed to be a pig. Just a very different kind of drawing, right? So today we're going to let everybody draw in whatever style they feel the most comfortable in. If you want to do a really simple kind of pig, if we were doing a pig, and we can do a pig if we decide to. Do you want to do a pig, Carter? We could start with a pig.
Sure. Pig sounds great.
When we do our pigs, you can make it as real or funny like Peppa Pig or whatever you want. All right. There's no rules here. I don't know who this little fire character is. Anybody in the class know?
It looks like an onion.
It does look like an onion, like a little fire onion.
Little fire onion.
I don't know what he's about, but again, Peppa Pig and I haven't really spent a lot of time together. It's just an onion, says Captain Caden in the chat room. All right, So here's what we're gonna do. Carter and I are gonna draw a basic shape to start with, and you're going to get to see how her and I would do it differently, which will hopefully help you see that it's okay to do yours a little differently. It doesn't have to be just like ours.
Everyone's will look different, and that's what's super great about this, actually.
Yep. That's the whole point of this, to be honest. If everybody drew just like everybody else, how boring would that be? That would be very boring. And we don't want to be boring. So Carter, why don't you start with the shape you would make, and you guys can follow this along, but the shape you would make if you were to draw a pig.
So I'd start with a circle. Basically everything is made out of shapes, right? If you look at them.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to draw a circle.
I'm going to do the same.
Pigs are so chubby and fat, and I think that, like, basically they're just circles, right?
Kind of, yeah, right? Like their whole body, their head, the body, the legs, everything has circles in it. Their little nose.
Yeah. Little circle nose.
Yep. All right, I have created, are you doing just a face, or are you doing the whole body?
I'm doing the whole body.
The whole pig. All right.
But it's not going to look like it at first.
Right. Now notice how right now she's just got two simple circles. To some of you out there, that might look like the Death Star in Star Wars or something, right? Because it kind of is. You could totally make a Death Star pig if you wanted to.
Yeah, just like...
Yep, there you go.
Like that. Boom, Death Star.
Oh, wow. It's pretty good. Maybe we'll do that again down the road. All right, so Carter's going to take her method of doing it with a bunch of circles, and I'm going to do the same. So if everybody's got their circle written down on your page, then we're going to do the next step and add more circles. And I'm not going to look and see what Carter does, because I want to see if I can make my own circles.
Yeah. Just doing circles. So use any circles you want to make the pig.
And these can be oblong ovals too, which means it doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It can be kind of, do little kids know what that means? Like an oblong circle, like
an oval.
An oval, yeah.
An oval is what you're trying to explain.
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking at. All right, so far we have the basics of our circles.
Yeah.
And I'm actually going to make circles for the start of the legs as well, because I'll explain why in a minute.
We'll also start the legs.
And we'll take our time. I don't want to move too fast so that we get people behind us. One quick note here, folks, is this for the parents and for any kids who can do it. On the screen, if I can find it here. There it is. You can send a picture of what you're drawing when you finished or when you're working on it, whatever stage you want to. But if you want to send a picture of your art to have us show it here today on the lesson screen, and we can do this all the different times we do this month, you can send it to scott@frogpants.com. Just send an email with an attachment of a phone photo, however you want to take the picture. Usually your phone be the easiest and fastest. And if you want, you can send it to that address, scott@frogpants.com, and we'll show your artwork right here on this stream if you are interested in doing that. Okay. And by the way, if there are people out there that are like, man, I can't draw anything, I can't believe I'm trying to do this, that's okay to feel that way. Not everybody's great at drawing. That's why you're all here working together. Okay, yeah. I have all my circles. I've made basically a pig. Now, you guys might say, well, wait, your lines are all crossing each other. It's not finished or whatever. Yeah, so now's the time for us to finish it. So if you've got your circles in and you're happy with them, and if you need to erase, that's okay too. Not a problem. Totally. Carter and I are going to have to do that right now, in fact.
I erase all the time, everything.
Oops. Yeah, I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to erase these extra lines that I don't need. Well, and here's the other question. Do I take... Yeah, I think I am going to do that. All right, so go ahead and fill in other details of your pig. And again, we're doing this one just to start easy. Nothing too crazy. Just little details on the face are okay. Pigs have ears, so you got to give them those.
I know, I almost forgot the ears.
I know, it's easy to forget. Let's see. And don't worry if you make a mistake. Like I said, you can erase or you can just keep going. There's no harm in any of it. And if you look at it and go, oh, shoot, I made a mistake, I should start over, that's okay too, but you don't even really have to start over. What we're doing today is just learning some basic stuff. And so you don't have
Nothing has to be perfect.
Yeah, you don't have to feel any kind of pressure to do it a certain way.
Pigs have kind of sharper ears, right?
Yeah, they're more pointy, I believe.
Pointy ears. That's just another shape. It's a triangle.
I always wanted my own pig.
Why don't you get a pig?
We had rabbits, but we never had pigs.
I'm sure your dogs would love that.
The dogs I have now?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd go great. Without a question.
It's a great idea.
Okay, so we got what's coming together, starting to look like pigs. I've got weird pig legs.
I have completed my pig, I think.
Is your pig complete?
I have a complete pig.
Pig
I'm gonna
complete.
change his nose actually a little.
I have a pretty complete pig as well.
Oops. A little crooked.
Now, one of the nice things about the way Carter and I work is, as you can see, you can zoom in and zoom out and that sort of thing, right? So if I really want to get in on this nose, I can do that. That's one advantage of digital painting and digital drawing that you didn't have with paper, because you can't really zoom in on paper. So what people used to do in the old days when they would make a cartoon strip or something and they needed to zoom in, they did it the other way. They would hold a magnifying glass or have a magnifying glass that would position in front of their real eyes so that they could zoom without having to, it was like an old-fashioned kind of zooming. But really it's the same idea.
Yeah.
And like you used to be able to see, I'm trying to think, like Charles Schultz, who drew Snoopy and Charlie Brown in the Peanuts comic. He would have one of those, especially later in his years when his eyes were not great. And he would have one of those in front of him and he would work underneath it. And that's a totally cool way to do it too, even now with paper. Okay, so I'm going to do just a little bit of, if you guys want to do this, you can. You don't have to, but a little detail on your pig. Pig detail. I'm just going to give him a little shading.
I give mine some little hairs.
Yeah,
pigs are hairy.
Pigs are hairy. You think they're all like smooth and pink, but they're hairy. Hairy pigs.
What's really fun about this is that neither of us, we haven't looked at each other's, but we both started with a circle, right? But we probably are going to end up with completely different drawings and different styles just because. Yeah,
I haven't looked at Carter's yet, so I don't actually know what I'm going to see when she's done. And my guess is, just like usual with Carter and I, her artwork is always different than mine. Sometimes it's shockingly similar, and we're like, "Whoa, how did we do the same exact thing and we didn't realize it?" So sometimes that'll happen. But if you have a brother or a sister, and you both want to try this, it's a lot of fun to sit and draw and learn how different your styles are by drawing separately and then looking when you're done.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at these side by side.
All right.
All right.
A pig.
We are now looking at our pigs. Oh, cute. I love Carter's pig. That's adorable.
Oh, I like yours. He's got fat little legs.
Yep, for sure. Now, somebody in the chat room says, how do you know where to shade? Some of that takes a lot of practice because, oh man, there's so many factors. If you're trying to be super realistic with shading, then you're talking about, where does the light come from? Let's say this is the light. Where does it shine? And if it shines here, where are the shadows being cast? That's kind of stuff, which we can probably get into in a different class. But for me, it's usually, like areas down here by its leg, it's always going to be kind of in shadow. So it makes sense to do that, right? Same thing with this.
Often, if you can see like where I've done it, it's like where you did it, where it's the leg, where it's kind of they're farther away, so there's more shadow.
Mm-hmm.
But also the ear up here because it's farther away compared to the other ear.
Right. And you can also, you don't even have to pretend that the light is coming from a certain angle. It could just be overall light, like in a room where you don't have direct light. I'm trying to think of words that aren't confusing for the young ones, but I was going to say ambient light, but that's a big word. I can't think of anything. But anyway, so do you see I'm adding a few other little spots and stuff to my guy here, my pig. But you can see the difference between Carter and I and how we drew a pig.
And both started with a circle.
Yep, we both started with a circle. Very simple. And that's what's fun about the shapes, because sometimes you just do a shape and then you come up with stuff. And we're going to try that next.
Yeah.
So here's what we want you guys to do. Take another minute or two and finish up your pigs. If it's one that you really are happy with and you want to send it over here so that I can put it up on the screen, I'd be happy to. Just send it to frogpants@gmail.com. And
I'm excited to see some of
I'm
them.
sorry, that's the wrong address. I just told them wrong. Scott@frogpants.com. I'm not thinking. And I'll put it up on screen. And we can talk about how cool it is, because I am 100% sure that everything anyone is drawing today is really cool.
Yeah.
And man, some of you kids are going to love it, because I know some of you are really into certain cartoon characters. And oops, I lost my screen. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, I think your screen got booped.
Happens sometimes. I don't know why. What was I going to say? We're gonna have a whole class that's about
the characters we love.
The characters we love. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
And they might be video game characters. And I know a lot of kids like video games. They can be about cartoon characters, exactly. So there's a lot of cool stuff to come in this class. Sorry, I gotta fix a thing here. Here we go. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. Okay. All right, everybody happy with their pigs? We're looking good out there? Oh, I can't wait to see some of these pigs come in. You know what? I'm going to get my mail up and see if anything's come in yet. Oh, we got some. Carter, we totally got some.
I'm going to stick the email in the chat.
Oh, yeah, please do that. Oh, this is so good. All right. I'm going to start putting some of these up. We'll take a look at them. This one is...
Oh!
Look how cute. Did a really good job. Let's see. The name on this one is James Wyland's Pigs. So this is from James. Good job, James. Nice work. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you know the Victorines? Oh, you don't, because you were there that year at BlizzCon, I think, and met them. They had a little boy. Anyway, this is Logan's.
I don't know that name, but did you say Logan's?
Logan, yeah. Remember Logan?
Oh, I know
kid?
Logan.
Yeah, little Logan.
Yogan.
Logan, nice job.
God.
You know what I like about Logan's is that is super nuts. That's a cool, crazy looking pig.
Yeah.
And it's your own style.
I love it.
Yeah, it's your own style. I really like that.
Yeah.
Nice job, bud. Here's one from Joshua Toledo. Is that a real name? Because that's a great name. So these are filmed a little. I can't turn them around, but you get the idea here. That's cute. Look at that cute pig.
Super cute.
Yeah, and then we got this one here. I like a lot. That's really good. So this is Hope and Joshua. So Hope did this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Joshua did this larger pig. Very nice, you guys. All right, let's see what else we got. Boy, they're coming in fast and furious here. This is perfect because it gives you guys a chance to finish your pigs. And
yeah, it's good.
Oh, this is too cute. Oh my gosh. Oh my heck, Carter, you got to see this. Look at this.
Oh my gosh.
That is adorable. All right, so this is...
I love it.
So I know who this is. This is Dave Beach's daughter. And this was sent over by his wife, Lisa, I think. And she put flies in his butt. So there's that. got some flies there. But that's what
Stinky.
pigs do.
Pig.
Pigs are gross. I get it.
They are.
Totally get it.
They're super stinky.
They're stinky.
Oh, I love that. That's
Awful
adorable.
creatures. Oh, there's so many of these. Oh, I can't show all these. I have so many. It's like tons of them. I'll keep coming back to them.
Afterward, we should come on the website where all that stuff is, and maybe do like a little gallery.
For sure. I think it'd be good to have all these there if we can.
I want to see all of them, but
I'll show more. I'll show more on the show as we have other times where we're finishing stuff up. But don't stress out. Those are awesome. They look really good. Okay, now here's the fun, weird thing we're gonna try. Carter, time for triangles.
Triangles.
This makes life tricky and hard because triangles are weird. So Carter and I are gonna draw a triangle, and with that triangle, we're going to try to come up with something with it. We're not starting with an idea for a pig. We're actually going to start with a triangle and then make something out of that triangle. Yeah. So draw your triangle on a piece of blank paper.
It can be a big, small, long, or short as you want. It can be anything.
Hang on, I gotta... That didn't work. And if you have, I should have said this earlier. It's also not a problem if you use a ruler. No problem at all. And whatever tools you have are great. Okay, so Carter's gone for a long, tall, pointing down triangle. I went for a wide, pointing up triangle. And we're now going to do something with our triangles.
Yeah.
And we're going to be creative about it. So everyone, here's what we want you to do. Take your triangle that you've drawn and use your imagination and think of what it reminds you of. What is something that's shaped like that kind of, that you can make something cool out of? And it doesn't matter what it is. There are no rules to that. It can be a favorite character of yours. It could be a fish you own or a fish you might have in a fish tank, or it could be anything. I mean, the obvious one for mine is you could make a mountain out of that, or a rooftop out of it, or something like that. I actually have another idea, which I'll do in a second. But the rule is there's no rules. The only rule is you have no rules with this. Make something interesting and creative, and we'll show it. And don't forget to send it to that email address. Okay, Carter, let's go. I'm not looking at yours until we're done.
All right, I won't look at yours.
This should be fun. Remember, it can be anything you want it to be. Part of the fun of these classes, we hope, is that people will learn that you don't have to draw what you see so much as you have to draw sometimes what you think or what you feel. And nobody can tell you that but you. It's entirely up to you to make what you want to make. Whoops. See, you and I just made a mistake that I had to erase.
Yep. Erasing is never a bad thing necessarily.
Nope. And you should see Carter sometimes.
I mean, they're probably seeing it now. I constantly undo and erase things and restart.
Yeah, start over. When she paints, she'll have a whole, like real painting. Not that you can't do real painting.
Like
digital,
physical,
like a physical canvas. Acrylic. Yeah, she'll throw that thing away or paint over it if she's not happy with it. Yeah. And again, this can be anything you want it to be. Triangles are tricky because it's very rigid, right? Like with a circle.
It's kind of a weird shape.
Yeah, it's a weird shape. I don't even really know what mine is. But I know it's fun to draw, and that's all that matters. Here we go.
I like the Wii music in the background.
I didn't know what else to play. And not,
No,
have it
good.
be Twitch legal.
Yes.
Okay. And remember, you don't have to look at our screen at all if you don't want to, in this case, because you're going to be working on your own.
You can if you want to, though.
Oh, you can do whatever you want, but
yeah, you can do whatever.
I don't want you to feel like, oh, I didn't do the thing they did or anything like that. I mean, I'm 100% sure that when you guys send me emails of what you've done, oh, I lost my screen again. Why does it keep doing
really
that?
Weird.
It's like a Wi-Fi interference thing or a Bluetooth interference thing. It's really annoying.
It is annoying.
Yeah, I don't like it. No, sir, I don't. Excuse me. He's cute. I like what you're doing there.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I like what you're doing. You draw those holes all the time.
I know. I don't know what
Those
my deal
holes.
is. I like these holes on my characters. And I don't know why I do it, but I do it. Okay. So mine's like a prehistoric, like, river creature or something.
Yeah, I like it with a hole in it.
Like you do.
What's really great is the chat. When we first started the triangles, gave us started saying a bunch of suggestions, like, oh, it could be this or this, and everyone's is so different that it's really cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Just the ideas are so different.
Well, and you know how, so here's a good one. You know how in the real world, everybody's got different ideas about how things are supposed to work, and they argue all the time about it. It's one of the things I love about art and interpreting your own work is you don't have to agree on anything. You can make what you want to make, and that's it. And somebody else can make what they want to make, and it's okay. It's not a problem.
Nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
In art.
In a way,
no one has the wrong answer.
Art had the answer the whole time, which is there is no answer.
Yeah.
All right, I think I've done my
Little
dude.
Mickey Mouse gloves.
Have you done your dude?
I have finished Triangle Man.
Is he Triangle Man? Triangle Man.
He is.
Does whatever a triangle can. Is that how that song goes? I don't think I got it right. Triangle Man.
Triangle
Well, it's
Man.
Piangle. It's Piangle. It's
Triangle.
Particle Man is the name, is the song, right?
Yeah, but there's one of the verses is Triangle Man.
Oh, gotcha.
There's a verse.
All right, I want you guys to notice something about Carter. Well, first of all, on the screen, it looks like my alligator thing is mad at Carter's character, and it's weird how he's looking back at
my
you.
character doesn't care.
Your character does not care at all. But Carter is very good at a certain... When she wants to do it, she does a style that is very like the 1950s and 60s, kind of an Art Deco kind of thing.
I've been very inspired by those types of art as well.
And if any of you guys at home... I don't know how old they'd have to be. I guess they'd be your age now. But if any of you have heard of things like Samurai Jack or Dexter's Laboratory, the Powerpuff Girls, yep, all that kind of art, Carter was very influenced by that. I was very influenced when I was younger by Mad Magazine and kind of the action comics of the day and that sort of thing. And therefore, my style evolved very differently than Carter's has. Carter's very much been influenced by those things, and that's okay. That's a good thing. Like your favorite artists or your favorite designers, those guys are going to have a big influence on you, and that's a great thing because you can just build your own cool stuff.
Yeah.
Based on what they did, or based on some of their ideas, and then you just make them better. All right, so I've got let's take a look at some triangle art from the chat here. Oh, I love this. Check this one out, Carter. Nistmaru took it and made a piece of cheese.
Oh, I love it.
I love it. That one's
Really
awesome.
cute.
Let's see, we got another one here from Caden. Oh, I like this. Caden started with a triangle and then built an entire tree out of it. Very nice.
Nice.
Very cool, Caden. Just pulling some of these randomly here. Oh, this is a good one. Except it's kind of sideways. I don't have a way to quickly turn that, but hold on a second here. Here we go. So this is a spilled ice cream cone.
Oh, I actually almost did an ice cream cone
You
with
did?
mine.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I dropped my ice cream cones all the time, and I just couldn't help it. Oh, I really like this one. Okay, so here's one from this is Cindy, and look at this. It's a bird with a worm.
Beak.
See, that's great. You turned your triangle into a beak. This is exactly the cool stuff we were hoping people would do. Like, how about this one from a 6-year-old?
So different, just so great.
Okay, we have a 6-year-old who. We got two versions here. One that looks like they tried to do mine, and then they've got one that's their own creation. Looks like an owl.
It's an owl.
That's really good for 6 years old. That's amazing. Well done. Very cool, you guys. And again, if yours doesn't get picked, we'll put it somewhere so everybody can see them later. I promise.
Yes.
I didn't realize there's so many coming in real time. It's impossible to get them all. Let's see what. Oh, let's see. You know what? Will sent one in. Let's see what Will did. This is Randy Deluxe's son, Will. Oops. Samantha sent this in for him. That's great. He's in a corner. He's got a triangle hat, triangle room. I can't quite read the text. I'm not sure what that says. It's kind of a small photo.
Oh, it's Gryffindor. He's saying Gryffindor.
Oh, it's a hat, sorting hat.
A sorting hat. That's great.
That's very cool.
That's cute.
That's super cute. Okay. Oh, it's so hard to not go through these. Oh, I got to show this one. Sorry, I just have to. All right, this is, gotta get their names right if they're in here. Sienna and Skyla. Oh, I love that. I love those names. Look what they got here. Another ice cream cone. You guys are making me hungry for ice cream. This is the problem. Also, these are the cutest kids. Oh my gosh. Y'all have cute kids. Okay. Well done. Let's do our next phase. Now, we've shown what it's like to say, all right, we want to draw a pig, and we draw that pig. But what if you wanted to draw a triangle and then make something out of it? Well, we've done that now. What if our next one was draw a crazy shape and then make something out of it? And to make it even more fun, if you're at home right now and you have a sibling or even one of your parents, or parents, could be one of your kids, you have them make the shape and then you make something out of it. So when Carter and I were growing up, when Carter was growing up, I guess I was growing up too, but we do this thing called add-on. And Carter or I or Nick or whoever was doing it with us would create some kind of shape or an object. And then it was the job of the other person to then take that and add on to it or take it and make it into something more. So this is a little bit like that, except really we're just talking about two things. Somebody draws a shape and then somebody else adds to it. In Carter and I's case, we're just going to make random shapes and do our own because we're not in the same room. But if you're in the same room and you have siblings with you or a parent or something, that can be more fun. You can also do it yourself too. There's no reason you can't do that, but just something to think about. All right, so I'm going to clear this. All right. So Carter, make your shape.
All right.
Probably already have.
I have not.
Oh, okay. Let's get us both up there.
There we go.
I'm just going to do something super random. Okay.
Okay.
So Carter's...
I guess mine isn't a shape. I'm going to make a shape.
Yeah, yours is more like a scrib. Okay.
Okay.
Is it weird that I can already see what I would do to yours? I can totally see it.
I don't know.
I can totally see what I would do. All right. It's weird when I draw my own shape. I don't necessarily, but when I see somebody else's, I can think of what I would do.
Oh.
All right. So these are our shapes, and as such, whoops. What we want you to do next, once you've got your shapes from either somebody else in the room or your own, and again, it's okay either way. What I want you to do is to now figure out a way to make something creative out of this shape. So think of it just like you did with the triangle, but this time you're taking something that's super weird and kind of messy and complicated. It doesn't have 3 simple sides. It has a whole bunch of curves, and maybe it has straight sides, maybe it doesn't. But whatever it is, it's bound to be a little weird, right?
Yeah, it might be helpful to turn it upside down or to the side or something to kind of feel it out.
I'm glad you said that, because sometimes turning it upside down will give you a better idea of what you want to draw. Sometimes turning it this way is better. Whatever you want. But I think I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Carter will start on yours or hers, and everyone else can. And again, when you're done, feel free to send them through to the email address, because if you do that, we'll show them on the screen the best we can. We won't be able to show them all, or at least not right away. We will. Okay, for some reason, I got it. There's the address. Scott@frogpants.com. Scott@frogpants.com. Send it now and we'll hook you up. All right, Carter. It's our chance to shine.
Yep. Let's do it. Still don't know what I see. Ooh, I like it this way. And we can erase some of the shape, correct? If we need to.
If you need to, yeah. I mean, it's always best if you can keep it, but...
I only erased a little. It's fine.
Okay. And again, same rules apply. If you decide you don't like what you did, you can always erase it. And start over. There's nothing wrong with that. And it can be simple, it can be complicated, it can be a mix of both. But it's just fun to take something that was nothing at all and turn it into something.
Yeah.
Which is...
That's the main thing is you can really make anything out of nothing. You can make anything out of something too, but...
Yep, doesn't matter.
Fun to go crazy with something that had no meaning, but now it does.
Mm-hmm.
Because of you. It's great.
Because you're the smart one. I'm getting kind of a Hades vibe from...
I haven't looked at yours yet.
Some people find they have to look at something to draw it. Some people like to do it from their head. Some people like to do both of those things. That's okay in this case as well. If you have a funny idea in your head, you should draw that. If you need to look at your dog or I don't know, anything to get inspiration or to be able to draw it, that's fine. All right. It's coming together.
All right, I think I have mine.
You have yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just looked at yours. It's really great.
It's weird. He looks like
I
his
really like.
neck's not working
I
right.
like him.
So
It's not quite right. I like it.
it's not. Something's wrong with him, but it's okay. So as you can see, Carter went with a more like fill in every. I mean, you basically took your shape and just filled in every possible part of it. I guess I kind of did too. It's sort of similar.
Yeah.
I mean, they're totally different takes, obviously. Mine's this weird guy with it. But you see what I mean about the Hades? He's kind of got a Hades vibe. Just a little bit.
See that from what's it called?
Hercules.
I'm gonna just do like a quick outline of what my actual shape was because I realized I meant to put it on another layer, but
Oh, that would have been a good idea. I didn't
yeah,
think of
just
that.
so we can see.
Well, we can also play it back. So the nice thing about this software that we use is you can play back all the way back to when the pig was being made. And then once the pig's done, we'll see the triangle getting made. And then after the triangle, we got this guy.
Well, there you go. See, I've just made like that was the original, somewhat what the original shape looked like.
Yeah, pretty close.
That's what she turned into.
Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh, that's cool. I'm gonna do that. That's a great way of like showing what we did. So mine was like basically this. Nope. I screwed that up heavily. There you go.
Voodoo Bone says, "How do you stay in the line so well? Lots of practice."
Lots of practice, drawing all the time.
So much practice.
So there you go. You can see the shape that we started with. And then filled it in from there. That was a fun one. How's everybody out there doing? Let's take a look. We got some, oh, look at these crazy shapes. Holy Moses. All right, kiddos. Hold on. We're going to pull up a few of these. We got one from Lydia, age 5. It's Dr. Tolbert's daughter. We love Jerry. Jerry's one of the great members of our community. It's called a Zach bot. Is that right? I love it.
That's great.
Really great. Whoops. I accidentally got out of my email. Didn't mean to. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that one's awesome. Oh, I love this. Oh, Carter, you're going to love this.
I'm excited. I'm loving seeing these.
Nismaru and Brooder's Ma made the following.
Oh my gosh.
That weird creature. That's very cool.
I do love that.
And then this is like a dog. I like the dog. It's very cute.
It's cute.
Let me find another one here. There's so many coming in. Oh, wow.
This is really great that we're getting so many, but...
Here's one from Dice Tomato. One of the adults among us. Look at this. That's cool.
Oh, it's a mimic.
Yep, it's a mimic. Very good.
Cool.
And we'll do one more out of these. From 6-year-old Everly. Is it Everly? Oh, I love that name. Everly,
such a cute name.
What a cute girl name. I love that. Might be a boy. I don't know. I shouldn't assume. It's a cute name no matter what. See, a dinosaur. Oh, I love it.
That's great.
That's really cute, you guys. All right, keep those coming. I will show more as the hour and a half progresses here. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I've gotten hundreds already.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. Okay. Now, hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, so Carter earlier today. So now we're going to kind of take all the things we've learned from our shapes, okay? So we learned a lot about the pig and how to do circle stuff. We learned about what to do with our triangles. We learned about taking random shapes and doing something with them. Now I wanted to try to combine everything that we've done a little bit and have you guys create something out of shapes that you want to draw. So if you have a pet, Carter talked about cats and dogs before the show, which sound like a pretty good topic to work on, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a puppy or a dog or something that you're a pet that you love and you want to do a version of your pet, that's perfectly acceptable. Let's say there's a certain kind of car you really want to drive because you're a kid that's really into cars, or let's say it's a famous character from the Marvel movies or Spongebob Squarepants or whatever. I think this would be a nice time to do that. Now I'm going to put a picture up. Hold on, let me get it. Of a character you're all going to know. Hold on. Gotta find a good one of them. Okay, there he is. All right, this is a character you all know, or if you don't, I'd be surprised. His name is Spongebob Squarepants. And here's what I want you to do. If you want to draw SpongeBob, you don't have to draw SpongeBob. You can do the pet like we talked about and other stuff. But for those who are like, I don't know what to draw, I think SpongeBob would be a good choice. I'm going to leave him up here so that you can see him. And he can be your source if you can't think of anything else, okay? He's a good example of some shapes. He's kind of a big square. He's literally called SpongeBob Squarepants. He's a little ripply on the outside, but basically it's a square. His eyes are big circles with smaller circles in them. His teeth are squares. His belt buckle is a square. His nose is, like a little noodle kind of thing. So I'm going to leave him up as an option. And again, that address to send your art to is scott@frogpants.com. So keep sending those in. And we'll go from there. All right, Carter.
Yes.
You and I are going to draw something totally new from scratch. Are you ready? I don't know if I'm ready, but I'm going to try to be ready.
I think I'm going to draw my cat.
Your cat?
My cat.
All
Because
right.
I have a picture of him handy.
All right, here's Carter's cat. His name is Deckard.
Yep.
And she's going to have him on screen for this.
Yes, but I'm going to make him entirely out of shapes.
Oh, I love it. Oh, in that case, you know what I could do? Okay, let me... If you're going to do that... I know what I'll do.
There's another trick that if you're working with paper, because it's a little bit harder to do layering, I guess, on paper, is if you use a marker or a pen that you can to draw your first sketch, kind of, you can lay another piece of paper over it, and usually you can see that pen or marker through it, and then draw on top of that.
Oh, I see what
Just
you're
'cause
saying. Right.
if you want to have a layers like we're able to just through our iPads.
Yeah, we kind of get to cheat with that a little. Not cheat, but it makes it very fast and easy.
Yeah,
It's a
but we can.
little trickier.
People can do it if they can do that. It's just a little trick I used to do when I did do paper.
When's the last time you drew on paper, do you think? If you had to guess.
Seriously drew on paper?
Yeah.
Probably a couple years ago.
A couple years?
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's probably longer for me, actually. It's been a very long time. Okay. Chat room. Kids and adults alike. I'm going to do... Why is my iPad being weird? Huh. That's weird. I'm doing Captain America. A version of him. Now, he won't look like this. This is a little 3D model of him. It won't look like that. But I'm going to use this as an example to draw from so I can remember some of his features.
Yes.
So I'm going to copy him. We're going to... Oh, that's my little grandson, Van. Look at him. So cute. All right. We're going to take this guy and paste him in here. And... Hang on one second. Okay, we're going to take him, make him about that big. And then I'm going to work over here in this blank space. And I'm not going to do him at all like he's posed. I'm just going to make my own version of him and have some fun with it. Make him a little smaller. Okay. I'm also going to do this with pencil sketching instead of ink, like me and Carter have been doing, so you can see the difference.
I'm going to do a few layers. That's why I brought up layers, because I'm going to be doing a couple layers to kind of build what I want.
And you can do it all out of shapes.
Yep. I mean, everything's made out of shapes.
I mean, we're kind of doing that today, aren't we? So I may as well do it.
That's the point of today.
All right, well, here goes then. Shape number 1, triangle, circle, longer circle, big circle. I probably don't need to repeat those. Oh, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. It's not what I want to do. Hold on. I changed my mind. I guess I already said that.
Chat can probably see, but I've started with shapes, and now I'm kind of filling out the shapes to like make them a little bit more complicated, but everything starts from shapes.
Always, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Everything, like, the interesting thing is that after I first learned this kind of concept, probably from you when I was a kid, whenever I would draw anything and look at it, I would start with shapes, really basic. Like, what does that person look like? You know what I mean? Like, are they shaped like a triangle? Are they shaped like a square? And then I'd kind of go from there, whether there was a real person or a character.
Well, I remember teaching your class that very thing.
Exactly.
On the board. I think you remembered it from that.
Probably.
I hope I knew what I was talking about.
I think you did. I've come this far.
Yeah, you've done all right. Oh boy.
I remember drawing with Sydney. Sorry, I'm reading the chat.
It's okay.
Was
We should be answering them.
Nerdtacular.
If you guys have any questions in there, by the way, please ask them.
Please do, yes.
Not a problem. You remember doing what?
Drawing with Sydney. I don't know her last name, but we drew at Nerdtacular a couple years ago. I want to say it was the last Nerdtacular. It was a lot of fun.
2007? Yeah.
What?
2007.
17. 2007 was first Nerdtacular.
17, sorry.
Yeah, 17. Oh, I didn't know that. Sydney Johnson is her name.
Was she here?
Her dad is.
Oh, that's cool. I remember you doing that too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. I love drawing with people generally.
Especially little kids.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I wish was different about this is, I mean, I'm glad it's all the people that are in here, but originally Carter and I were going to do this at a local rec center, and we were going to teach. We were going to teach the class at this place that we would rent some space for, and then everybody could physically be there, and we could do paints and all sorts of stuff because they had the facilities for it, and it wasn't going to be very expensive to rent it out, which is where we got the idea to do this one virtually because of the pandemic. But
at least we're still able to do it, but it would have been fun to do it in person.
Yeah, it's always, I mean, in person's always fun, but well, Carter's looking good with her stuff there so far.
Sorry, I should be more in the camera.
You're fine. Not a problem.
Fun part about drawing your pet is pets have personality that you can't necessarily show someone through a picture.
That's
so
true.
It's kind of fun to draw them because you can show a little more personality. He is a bit of an angry cat, but he's very sweet.
He hates me.
It's because you smell like dog.
Oh, is that why?
That sounds mean. Like you probably smell.
No, I literally smell like the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Rainer's more your pet, and she didn't. Or Decker does not like Rainer.
Well, she's definitely not your mother's pet.
No.
Mom and Rainer aren't getting along very good right now.
It's not good.
Well, she's just needy. Mom doesn't like needy dogs. And I understand where she's coming from. It's just kind of... I just love her undyingly.
Yes, you do.
The dog, I mean.
Well, both.
I love Mom too, but don't get me wrong.
The email is again Scott at Frogpants.
Yep, Scott at frogpants.com. So whatever you're drawing right now, feel free to send it. We want to start showing these off some more again.
Mm-hmm. Problem with Deckard is he just has so much color.
Well, he's Maine Coon.
He is a Maine Coon.
So I'm obviously going for Goofy here, but man, you went crazy on this cat.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
I have gone a bit more serious, I think.
Nothing wrong with that. Pretty excited about what we're doing next week, everyone, which we'll tell you about before we end today.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite things to do. It's a pretty good version of your cat.
Ryan. Kind of a hard one to draw.
Oh, my Captain America's weird.
I like him.
Yeah, we'll see. He has the dumbest boots. And gloves, for that matter. In the comics, I mean.
Yes, agreed. And some of the movies.
Well, the only bad one was Avengers 1. The suit, I mean.
Do you think?
Oh, it was terrible. It was the blue tight one with just, it sucked.
Yeah, with the little wings.
Yeah, it's no good. It's no good. But his one in Winter Soldier is amazing.
Yeah.
And that's when that got better in Winter Soldier.
For sure.
Then after that, that was pretty much him. I think even the director has come out and said, yeah, the Russos did a better job with Captain America, and I probably should have done that, he said.
That's fine. He was trying to go with the comic.
Was he, though? Was he?
Which is what worked for not Captain America, for Iron Man.
That's true.
Kit London?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I can't read, I feel like. Yeah, I do. I've made games for school. This semester I didn't have to make any because I didn't have any classes for that. But
Why was that?
I do sometimes make. I just didn't have any classes. Next year I do have my capstone class, which means I'll be making and publishing a game that will hopefully be good.
I'm sure it'll be great. Or do you already kind of know what you want to do?
I have ideas. The cool thing about that class is that you don't know what you're going to make for a while. They rapid prototype for a bit. And then after rapid prototyping, they decide what game they want to make, each team.
Mm-hmm.
And so the game that is picked is usually by how many people want to actually make the game. So I could, no matter what my ideas are, I could be making anything. which is kind of fun.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But I have ideas. I have concepts.
That's all you need. Did the graduation go okay?
Yeah, it went really well, actually.
Did it work?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
The virtual part worked?
Yeah, mostly. There was a couple crashes, but it was fine.
Well, considering they threw that thing together in like 10 minutes, it felt like.
Really did.
All right, I think I'm happy with this Captain America.
Without color, I don't want to go much further with this. So I have a cat.
Well, do you want to color him? You could color him.
I'm actually going to do something.
We have some time.
I'm going to.
Technically, this is our final one. So if we want people to be more detailed, this is a chance for them to do it.
Yeah, go crazy. Make more than one, even if you want.
Yeah.
Steak plant. We're allowed to use any engine we want. Usually, that's choosing between Unreal and
Unity.
The other one.
Unity.
Unity. Yes. So it's usually choosing between those two, but students are allowed to use. They get to choose. Some students have chosen to go full on raw code, build their own kind of engine.
Oh, really?
With varying levels of success. But it's actually really cool.
That scary one we played was Unreal, right?
I believe it was Unreal.
Yeah. It looked really good.
It did. All right. So I have drawn Deckard, my cat. Now I'm going to make an even simpler version of him using even simpler shapes. I think.
You're adhering to the rules more than I am. I'm basically just drawing Captain America.
My style is very shape-oriented anyway, though. Generally.
That's partly why we did this.
So I started with the sketch, which was very basic shapes. Then I went to a little more refined version of the sketch, and then I did the drawing. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to draw just... Whoops. Whoa.
What?
Accidentally got out of my app.
Don't
I'm going to do just shapes.
Don't be getting out of your app. All right. Yeah, Carter's adhering to the rule more than me. I'm sort of free-forming it here.
But you started with basic shapes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heart nose.
It's just hard for me to stick to it, you know?
I understand.
We should show him some animation sometime.
All right.
Problem is, we can't really have them follow along and do their own thing.
We could, because we have cameras. We could do some flip books.
That's true. We totally could.
Which is super simple, easy animation. We could try that for the 5th week.
Yeah, something fun like that might be cool. Some basic animation stuff. You guys want to make your own cartoons? Let us know. While we're working here, I'm going to see if we got some emails. Captain America's a little Shrekky. You're not wrong. All right, we got one from Hank. Oh, and Carter, you gotta see these.
Let's see.
It's a dog. His name is Avon, is it? She is
He's a curly dog.
Corky Poo.
Corky Poo?
It's all curly. I love it.
It's adorable.
That's super cute. Nice one. Let's see. I'll bring up another. Good job, Hank. Oh, we got Mara's final project. Oh, very cool. Got a little anime influence here. Look at this. Whoops.
Let's see. Oh, I like it.
Cat.
What does it say?
Deku?
Cat. Is it Cat Deku from?
Oh, is it from something?
From
Why is that familiar?
My Hero Academia, possibly.
Yeah, probably. Carter
I
loves
love
that.
It is.
Carter loves
like
that anime.
Show. It's a fun show.
You were
Watch a
raving
lot
about
of
it while you
anime,
were
but
playing
I do.
it. You just raved. I love this dog. Oh my gosh. Okay, look at this one.
Oh.
Look at him.
Oh, he's so cute.
That's from Natalie.
It reminds me of Rainer a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit like our dog. Very cute. Let's see here. We got some more. Oh, wow. Remember our shapes art? We got one from Brooder's Ma. This is from Shape. Oh, wow. Look at this.
Oh my gosh. Is this from the triangle? Or the weird shape?
I'm not sure. Oh, I think the weird shape. Might be the triangle, though. Because I see a big triangle in there, but I'm not sure. Very cool.
Really cool. A lot of detail.
Yep. Let's see if there's another one here. Oh, we got Riley, age 6. Oh, these are so cute. Okay, this reminds me of you when you were drawing a young age.
Is it because I was just constantly drawing dogs and animals? Oh!
Look at these
they're
faces.
Really
they're adorable, dude. That's
that is so sweet.
Really cute. And there's a little SpongeBob in the bottom.
Oh.
See? Hello.
So either they're all underwater.
Yep. They're all under the sea.
I love it.
Riley, that's amazing. That is so cute. Jeff, you got a winner there. That's amazing. All right, we got somebody working digitally. Let's take a look at this. Excuse me. Look at this. It's cute.
Oh.
What's the name of this dog? Hold on. Doesn't say. Shelly Gleave sent that in. Thank you, Shelly. That's great.
That's awesome. What a cute dog. Oh my goodness.
I know. I want that dog. Give me that dog. All right, we got an 11-year-old named Allison. Oh, this is great. Very good, Allison. Look at this SpongeBob.
Oh, man.
It's very good.
That's good.
I couldn't draw like that when I was 11. Not even close.
I probably couldn't draw SpongeBob very well now. Oh.
You guys are killing it in here. There's so many of these. Let's try... another SpongeBob. Let's see who this is from. So this is cute. He's so freaky.
He's so tall.
This is from Jen. I love it. Yeah, tall SpongeBob.
I love tall SpongeBob.
I do too. Well, you guys are killing it. All right, let me get a little more work done on Cap here. Again, here's that email address if you'd like to send in your submissions.
Yep. My cat is not fat, mind you. He is just very fluffy. He's a little fat, but he's mostly fluffy.
He's pretty fat. What do you think?
He's mostly, he is kind of chubby, but only in his belly. He just eats too much, but also...
He's also so hairy, you'd never know.
Yeah, that's the thing is, he's just so fluffy. he looks bigger than he is.
Yeah. If you've ever seen him wet, it's like a wet rat.
It is like a wet rat. I have a picture somewhere.
When's the last time you bathed that cat?
I have not personally bathed the cat in quite a while.
Since you moved?
Since before I moved.
Oh my gosh, really?
Well, because we got him groomed for a while.
Well.
And so we didn't have to bathe him. I feel like I'm gonna need to soon because it's been a while since his last groom.
He's gonna be stinky.
Oh, people are arguing about it. Not arguing. People are excited about anime.
About anime or animation?
Anime.
Oh, of course.
Because we mentioned anime.
Because it's huge.
Neither of us really watch a lot of anime, but when we do, it's like we're in the mood for it, and then we like binge a whole bunch of anime.
I love like Cowboy Bebop and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch that stuff anytime.
I like 80s to 90s anime mostly because it's just ridiculous and great.
I love big giant robot anime. I like giant robots are cool.
Like Gundam, right?
By the way,
anime?
one of the great things you can do with shape drawing is, Gundam's great, is you can create robots. Oh, whoops. I'm on the sketch page. This is no good.
Yes, robots are super fun with shapes.
There we go. I kind of goofed up. Yeah, robots are great with shapes because you can do a lot with geometric shapes, boxes and squares and that sort of stuff.
Even circles.
I
like shiny circly robots like Eve from
Evie.
WALL-E. I like shiny smooth ones. I also like the clunky ones, but any shape can be a robot.
I'm kind of a clunky one fan. I like the clunky. I'm a clunky.
The clunky. I think I like this version of him. I drew two because I finished the first one very quickly, but also because I wanted to show two very different styles you can accomplish with the same
look at him!
Yeah.
I don't even like your cat, and he's cute.
So I did the big face, and then I did a little chubby guy.
Oh, that's such good line work. Very good. See, Carter's really good at the line work. If you learn anything in this class, I hope watching how she does lines will help you, I promise.
It's a lot of practice.
Yeah, it's drawing all the time. Carter had with her fingers too, had an old iPad, my old iPad I had forever, and you started using it and just drew everything by hand.
iPad 1.
Was it a 1?
It was a 1. Oh, I had a 1, and then my first one I owned the 3.
Right.
But I started, and I drew with my finger for a very long time. And now that just sounds really horrible.
It does sound horrible, doesn't it?
Right. For people who are asking what we're using iPad Pros, the big ones, with Apple Pencil, and it's Procreate, which is super awesome. I love it.
Procreate is the single greatest thing ever in the world.
Wow.
Okay, maybe that's a little exaggerated, but it is pretty awesome. Everybody I know is using it in some fashion, whether they're concept artists, animators, character
traditional
artists, cartoonists, like everybody.
Yeah,
Painters.
I know people who used to only work in pen ink and watercolor, and now they only use Procreate.
Yeah, they've switched.
It's really great for everything.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. It's the best tool and best combo of tools on the market right now. Let's hope everybody involved keeps it going.
Super cheap, one-time purchase.
Yep, and you'll spend way less than you will buying a new Wacom.
Yeah, or even things like Photoshop, which are usually monthly, right? To get the keep.
It's monthly now. Yeah, that's the only way you can do it now.
Yeah. I love Procreate. It's really nice.
My Captain America is kind of a weirdo.
He's really excited about something.
He's stoked, man. He's so
I like
excited.
His kid.
Do you?
Yeah. Is Autodesk Sketchbook good?
Yeah, it's okay. I think it's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's all right. Why isn't this erasing? Oh, I know why. Yeah, I used it a bunch for a while, and then Procreate kind of just killed it for me.
Yeah, Procreate, I love it. And I actually know a few people who've tried Procreate and it's not their thing, which is fine.
Oh yeah.
But most people tend to like it.
Yeah, so if you're in the market and you're like, maybe this is the thing I get for my kid or whatever, you could do a whole lot worse.
Found a picture of my cat when we bathed him in the sink. He was a little bit smaller then, but he's a little rat.
Where is it? I'll put it up.
I just stuck it on my Procreate.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, look at that. That's hilarious.
Kind of a fatty.
Well, unfortunately, Captain America is not going to be done. If you're working on art that will take longer, that's okay. You can do it after we're gone today, no problem. Let me get people excited about what we're doing next week. So
yeah,
next week is going to be really cool. We're going to do some stuff that I did way back in like grade school, junior high. And they still teach this a lot today. But
even in college classes.
Totally. And it's very cool. So basically we're going to do some exercises that are really interesting next week, like never taking your pen off the page once you start drawing. You have to finish the whole thing that you're going to draw before you ever take the pen off the paper, which sounds crazy, I know, but it's a really good exercise and it teaches you lots of cool things. You will learn how to draw with your eyes closed. So we will give you an idea and you'll go, oh, that's a cool idea. Okay, you got to keep your eyes closed and just draw it out. You can take your hand off the page, but you can't look at it. You're trying to just have your brain and your hand work together to know where to draw things. And it is a weird experience, but it's totally fun and worth it. And then we'll do another example of that, but or a similar example to that, except you're going to be staring at an object to draw and not looking away from it. So let's say it was there's a box in the other side of the room, or a plant, let's say, and I look at the plant and I put my pen down and I draw the plant on paper without ever looking at the page. It's another example or variation on the last one. So some really fun stuff, and we'll finish things off with a final project for the day, just some kind of cool art that everybody can do like we're doing now. Yeah. Keep sending your emails in. I want to be able to collect your work and show it off somewhere. I'll get a gallery together. Yep. So that's Scott@frogpants.com is where you'll keep sending that stuff.
And keep practicing and like this whole week practice and send us stuff and practice the stuff we taught.
Yeah. And we'll
shapes and stuff.
We'll also bring anything we don't finish that we're working on, we'll bring it in finished form the next time we hang out. And don't forget, this is every Saturday for the next, well, it'll be 4 more of these now, I guess. 5 total Saturdays in May.
Yep.
And if you're not able to be here on one of the times, don't worry. I'm putting the whole thing up on YouTube after, and you'll be able to get it there. I think that's it. Carter, anything else before we go?
I think that's it. I
had
a lot of fun.
I did too. That was totally fun. You guys are awesome. Totally fun. And I can't wait to do it again because why wouldn't we want to do that? It'll be great. And you guys were great, especially the kids. Kids rock. Parents, you're all right. Adults, you're kind of cool. You're fine. But really, it's the kids. It's the kids. It's the kids. We're doing it for the kids. All right. So we'll be back here next time. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you then. This show is
part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.